You know, when I was in high school, I never ever thought I'd be doing this.
You and me both.
Here, hold the door. Don't bitchin'. Really, the only thing, you can sum up the Port-O-Potty business in one sentence. We're number one in the number two business. I mean, you know, everybody teases about how to do it, but we gotta have it. You can't have outdoor events or events away from public services without having some way to let the public go to the bathroom. So, with that said, it's a good business if you know what you're doing. Everybody has this built in their head of dealing with sewage. It's a bad deal, but it really isn't. But it's a business that we gotta have. Somebody needs to be doing it. There's only 4 of us in town that do it in a metropolitan of a couple million people. So it's not really popular.
Having done a lot of festivals in town, there is certainly a science to putting and ordering porta-potties. How you line them and how you put them so that people know how to line up and you're not getting crisscross of lines and it visually looks like it's not a big madhouse over there. And a lot of times now we'll have backup areas where we'll have a lot of extra porta-potties that we bring in just to make sure that we can accommodate those crowds. And then it's a lot of times just shifting the crowd. Amazing how crowds will stand and wait just because they don't want to walk around and try to find the other side of porta-potties.
The toilets do have a tendency to draw people to them, and we have actually found people at the ends of events, towards the ends of the events, when everybody's cleaning up, people have found a place to relax and sit, and that's usually in one of our portable Johnny-on-the-spot toilets. At other events, we've actually had people where friends have, they got a little unruly, and friends have put them in the restroom and put a zip tie or lock on mechanism on the doors, and we find them when we come to service a toilet.
I want to tell you about porta-potties before marathons because they are the most disgusting porta-potties ever because people have
nervous stomachs
and oh, they are the worst porta-potties ever.
Guys will go anywhere as long as they don't get arrested. They don't care where they go, so I mean, that's never been a problem. They could be the most disgusting things in the world and the guy will still go. Women, nope, they'll hold it and wait till they go inside.
I hate them, I won't. I'm going
Don't
inside
care how
to
good
use
they
them.
smell or how clean.
Never do I use a porta potty. Never.
They need to have those trailers like they do in NASCAR.
Yeah, they do.
Those are clean.
Air-conditioned trailers, and they hire people to come out and clean them.
At NASCAR, they have those.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of equipment to move all this stuff around town. You can imagine it's Friday and you got 9 or 12 events that need to go from Shawnee to Blue Springs. It takes a lot of manpower and a lot of equipment to make that happen in a short period of time. Okay.
Festival attendees expect, you know, this is just an expectation that they have that they're going to have enough toilets. They don't have to wait in line a long time. The toilet paper is going to be there. It's going to be relatively clean with the expectation that, you know, the understanding that it's still a porta potty.
A lot of times it's a guess. You know, you have no idea sometimes how many people are going to come to your event. You always hope for more, right? So you try to anticipate and try to judge. However, I've had experiences where a couple years ago when Irish Fest, we had record-breaking attendance on Sunday evening. We could not have anticipated the crowds that we had, and so therefore I did not anticipate enough porta-potties for that evening. And the porta-potties, let's just say they got very, very full. And we were very surprised that people were still utilizing the porta-potties. And I will tell you, Monday morning, looking at those porta-potties was probably enough to make you never want to go in a porta-potty again.
It's all about how many units you're going to have out there to handle the supply and demand. And we have charts that shows that. On like a construction job, you're looking at 1 unit for about every 10 guys. On a general concert, something that event, we generally figure 50 folks to 75 folks to a unit. Now, let's qualify this though. Just having the units there is just having the units there. The key is the service of the units. You know, a lot of people think when you put units out at a concert that they're there to share. No, if you put 10 units out there and you service it 3 times in a given event, that's 30 units.
Porta potties are absolutely underappreciated. We would not have festivals or outdoor events without them. And I know that people get really upset when there's not enough and if you're standing in lines, because I think a lot of people associate big events with long lines at porta potties. You can try to anticipate and have plenty there, but in the end you can't anticipate what crowd levels will be at any given moment.
And the key is having a nice clean unit and charging for it. You'll be successful in this business. Somebody tells me who likes Kenny Chesney anyways. Last one for the day.